홍보하는 거기 때문에 필리핀 자막이라면서 주는 수원 is also Catholic.
Which is
special.
Special Forces Martial Art.
Can check also.
Я хочу сказать всем, что мы находимся в Сувоне.
В городе Сувоне.
В городе Сувоне. Это очень крутой город.
Маленький городишко.
Такое происходит. Миллион населения. Вообще на каждом шагу, куда ни глянь, люди, транспорт. Еще здесь находится фирма Samsung.
I can give you some kind of a little bit story about this palace first of all, because this is not a main palace, I said, the regional palace or temporary palace we say, because when kings visited the countryside for the leisure, like a haspa or like a war, they have to escape from Seoul, or like when they visited their ancestors, the other kings, graves, then they stayed in this kind of regional palace in the countryside. So this one was the most beautiful and the biggest palace, regional palace in Joseon dynasty. King Jeongjo, 22nd king, built this one. Also, he wanted to live here with his mother, and then his dream didn't come true. But the important thing is actually you just passed the main gate, the Shinpungnu, that has Shinpungnu. Wow, good pronunciation. And that has a very important meaning, because there was a Pung land in China. They wanted to live that Pung land was like a hometown. So this Shinpungnu, the whole place was like a hometown for the king, Jeongjo, 22nd king from Joseon dynasty. So, and then you just passed the first gate, and then now we're going to through the three main gates. The three gates are important because this kind of rule, the building the palace, is important for the only building the main palace, not like this temporary palace. Even for the temporary palace, they built these three main gates. So this one shows the high status of the palace, regional palace. So this was very important for the king, Jeongjo. And this is over 600 years old, that tree, the divine tree. That one actually looks like completely dead. Only one part is alive. So we believe if you go there, touch the alive part of the tree and make your wish, then your wish will come true.
Really?
So yeah, a lot of actually that the papers, they wrote their wishes and then folded up and tied up around that tree. And this one, if you came here during winter, then no branch, no leaves, so it looked like it's just completely dead. But it's alive. Just one part is alive. So you actually have to go there and touch that part and make your wish, and your wish will come true. We have the paper there. So this one looks like a dead from the front, but if you go behind the tree, then you can find out just the little part is alive. So you touch the alive part and make your wish, then your wish will come true. So we're gonna check now, okay? Can we go? Yeah. You can see from here, and you have to touch this part and make your wish, believe it or not. If you believe strongly, who knows? So touch this part and make your wish,
your wish will come true.
We'll do it for our program.
Yeah,
for
later.
the team.
Yeah. And then the one thing you have to remember: you never tell your wishes to others. You have to keep your wishes actually inside your mind.
Okay, but what if it is a wish of a group of people? So
Yes. Still, I think you have to believe it. You know, then maybe your wish will come
All right.
true. That's what I believe. Now I'm going to show the weapons. Yeah, weapons for the soldiers. Yeah. Yes. And this whole Hwaseong and then the Hwaseong, this palace is registered in the UNESCO World Heritage List.
yes,
So
yeah.
Yeah, these are the weapons.
Это тренировки, да?
Yeah, you can.
Нет, это не для тренировки, это реальное оружие.
But I don't know. You have to ask to that detailed story about the martial art actually.
You have specialists.
That's what they did.
Это типа обороняться надо, да?
Yeah.
They
We have a
look
spelling
like,
specialist
brand
too,
new,
but look like brand new. So but I don't know, they are real ones or restored ones. So I have to ask.
Over there is to the big Suwon.
These machines are from these weapons from the Joseon dynasty, and then they were really powerful soldiers who belonged to just the king, and then we have
King
the
guard.
king guard and then guardian. So we have that we called Joseon 전통. 전통 means traditional.
전통.
Yeah, 전통. 무예. 무예 is martial art.
무예.
Yeah, 전통 무예. So
Not musul.
yeah, it's different. Musul is kind of same one, but musul also we say mu예.
무예.
Yeah, mu예.
초성
무예.
무예.
전통
전통
무예.
무예.
Yeah, 전통 무예.
전통
Yes.
무예.
If you can visit, then I think that's nice to do it.
So can we schedule this for the next week?
Like a Gyeonggi province governor stayed here and then ruled this town, and this one for his family. So this is the kitchen part, and these are the rooms, and this is the heating system. Yeah, this is another stamp. It says that's why we have when we open this palace, and then we have a lot of the tourists from Japan and China to see this kind of place, shooting place. So this is one of the place, and then this place for women. So you can't just come inside the women's place without any permission, even when women go outside of the house, even we had to cover their face, things like that. So we have a kind of interesting story about the seesaw. I can tell you about that. but usually this one was for the governor's place. And this folding screen actually shows a very important history. The first picture is about that bridge. Then when King Jeongjo came from Seoul to here, he had to cross the Han River, but we didn't have bridge. So they had to build the temporary bridge immediately. And they had a very good idea about the bridge. And they used the boats, actually, the ships, and then they put the wooden board inside in the middle, and then the king could cross that, the bridge of the ships. King Jeongjo came here, and then right before reaching the north gate, he changed into the golden armor, and then with his soldiers. So this one is the king's armor, and then other generals that armors here. So that one shows. They are guarding around the fortress. We hire them. They are not the performers. Yeah, I know.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. I think it's kind of important. Okay. These are the costumes from Joseon Dynasty, not even Joseon Dynasty. So queen, and then very high stairs of the scholars.
So this is the emperor, right?
No, actually, emperor is there in the end.
President.
Yeah.
So this is the key.
Yeah, special costume, and all these are the special costume from Joseon Dynasty, and then that's the bride. Nowadays, even we have that kind of wedding. No, not to take a film. They actually broadcasting came here to show this place because also this one is famous because of that soap opera. That's why a lot of Japanese,
What's
a lot
the name
of
of
Chinese.
the
Daejanggeum.
Daejanggeum?
Yeah, Daejanggeum.
Daejanggeum.
Yeah, good. 10 different stamps. We have this is we say king's stamp, but it's not real ones. We just show the Chinese character is the name of the place, and then we have 10 different stamps are inside the palace. So actually, it's interesting to find out that this stamp, and then you can stamp on this traditional Korean paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can.
I can show that later. Yeah, sad. The Tukjungjang. And you need the white paper and push. Natang was named by King Jeongjo also. This one means also for the long life for his queen, king, the mother. Yeah, so you can maybe practice. Yeah. If you come here, you're not the man anymore. You have to tell them.
Если вы сюда зайдете, вы уже больше не мужчины.
А мы можем вам дать камеру.
When you come here, you can actually, if you have a king's permission, then you can come inside here. And also, if you are not the man anymore, even you were born as a man, but you are not man anymore, then you can come inside. Do you know what I mean? Then you have to do something, then you can come inside. Or you can get a permission from the king, then you can come inside here too. This is my favorite place. This is for the women's
And
place.
I know why.
Yeah,
Now I
because
know why.
know. Actually, this one is 복내당, Chinese character. 복내당, 복내당. Everyone loves 복. We're gonna
But
go
it's the same
inside.
character.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we actually, the good fortune is very important, but we believe the good fortune is coming from outside. But already, good fortune is inside you. I got the phone call from the king, so you can go inside today. So, shall we go? This is also important because the palace, when you go to the regional palaces, they don't have the main gates. They have just like a one gate. But the only main palaces can have 3 main gates. Even for this regional palace, we have 3 main gates. So that one shows the high stairs of this, palace. This was very important. And we just passed 3 main gates, and then this path is only, we call odo.
Odo.
Yeah, so it's for only the king. So we can't walk like that. But today you're the king, so we can walk in the middle. Okay? Shall we walk? Okay. Actually is also important. Like this kind of shape again, the drums have a kind of mark here, and then
It's a variation
on
of
the side,
technique.
yeah. This one actually also is important. When we have a battle, then you hit the drum.
Yeah.
So the hitting drums like a beating your heart. So it's kind of same meaning. So you can actually concentrate on one thing. About having a fight. So you can get together, your spirit can get together to have a fight. Jings, the gongs, gongs, other, the Korean, other gwengaris, then you break your spirit. So, which means you have to run away. So you lost the battle, then they hit the gongs. But when you go for, fight, then you hit the drums, So it's like a kind of gathering your heart together. Yeah, and then
Okay. Now we're mounting the stairway to heaven.
yeah, this room actually I want to show. This is very important. Maybe for you actually this room is very interesting.
Yeah.
This one is the king's throne. Flower, but this is a cloud.
It's a cloud.
Yeah, it's a cloud.
That's obvious.
So when you walk up the clouds, then where can you reach? Heaven. So this is the house of the heaven.
Oh, so this is the
Very
house of
high status of that place.
So it's
So
the
when you
most
walk up
important
the
place
stairs,
in this
yes,
palace.
very important, because when you walk up to the clouds, then you can reach the heaven. So this is in the heaven. So you're gonna walk up the stairs of the clouds. You walk up the clouds, then you're gonna reach the heaven. So that means this place is very important.
So
Very high stairs. Yeah, we're gonna now reach the heaven.
They will shoot all these little details later.
Because
but,
this one is related to the Korean ghost story, fire spirit.
okay.
So this one,
keep 'em away.
as you see, you have to have water here, and this one called dumu. The fire ghost usually come late at night when everyone sleeps. For asleep, then they come late at night and they didn't have a mirror, so they never saw their face, which means most of Korean buildings in the Joseon dynasty, Korean buildings were made of wood, so we had a lot of fire. So with this, it shows of
This was very
being
useful
careful.
thing.
Also, if you have a fire, yeah, you can use this water to put out the fire.
Practical
Yes,
side of
yes.
superstitions.
Yes. Yeah, this one is dumu. 10 different objects is related to the long life. So yeah, there. And then this is the doors, which is interesting too. The kind of open the, lift up the doors, which is very interesting. It's not like a sliding doors. You lift up the, doors to the ceiling. Yeah, so this part I'm going to show about the garden is different culture from China and Japan. China and Japan, they have beautiful gardens usually in front of the buildings. But in Korea, we have a beautiful gardens behind the buildings.
Behind.
Yeah, so we call Hwon. Hwon. Chinese character, Hu means backyard. Won is garden. Yeah, Hwon. Yeah, maybe you might heard about the B1, the garden,
Which is in
but
front of
yeah,
it?
no, we don't say B1 anymore. We say Hwon.
Hwon.
Yeah, so I'm going to show the garden now. another 4 days, the special events held around here. This one shows, and then another picture is the King's Parade. So in the picture, we can't see the king's face, but you can find out where the king is.
Yellow.
Yes, good for you. So yellow color, but when you see the yellow color, yellow colored flag, it's not just for the king. Could be a soldier, actually the general of the soldiers, but there is imaginary animal in the flag.
Dragon.
Yes, dragon. That's good. So you can find out actually yellow colored flag with a dragon on. So, but at that time when King Jongjo came here from Seoul to here, his job was guiding his mother, the queen mother. So he didn't take a palanquin. The palanquin is like an old-fashioned taxi.
Yeah.
I'm going to show later in the information center. And at that time, so he didn't take that palanquin. He rode on a horse. So we can find out his mother there, and then around his mother, we can see his horse. So even he's not, we didn't draw his face, we can find out. Colored one and dragon on. This is the king's flag. From here, we can find out the king's mother. Then, around the king's mother, we're gonna see his horse. So we have to go farther to see. We're gonna see. This is the women. When we go out, we had to cover their face like this, so we can't show their face. And this one is the queen mother's palanquin here. So from here, we can find out where the king is. From here, now, can you find where the king is?
Oh yeah!
Where is he?
He's up there.
So even king is not here, but he's holding this, the umbrella to, protect it from the sun. And we can see him here because we don't draw the king's face. But even, without that, his face, even you can see.
Horse for seating.
Drama, it's seating. He's sitting on the horse, which means, and still you can have your life inside the fortress. So that was very practical. And also, like a block and tackle before we saw the machine, because of the kind of machines were invented by the very famous scholar. So with that kind of machine, you could build this fortress very fast too. And also the king, we respect this king because he loved his people. That you are not even at that time we have the different level of the people. So if you are the lowest level of the people, then sometimes you don't have even names, and then you don't get anything wages for your work. But the king, when he hired the people to work to build this fortress, even he paid every little money wages for the workers too. So they worked even really hard to build this fortress, and they used this kind of practical machines to build this fortress. That's why they could finish this fortress really fast than their plan. So that is
what
really
is
good.
out there?
That is another pavilion that called Miro Hanjang. Yeah, most of the names are Chinese names, and then they have a special meaning. Miro Hanjang, when we get old, everyone is gonna get old one day. When we get old, we go there and take a rest with a beautiful view. That kind of meaning has. So if you come out late at night or in summer, you go there and take a rest and with a nice breeze, with a nice beautiful view, which is also good. So that's the Miro Hanjang Pavilion.